What's going on, everybody? Today I want to talk to you quickly about paid partnerships and what you need to look out for and how you need to market yourself to these businesses that are going to be reaching out to you, whether you're small, medium tiered, or big. A lot of guys and girls short themselves when they're dealing with these companies, and these companies know that usually you don't really know what to ask for, so they kind of just pitch you on something and you're kind of just like, yeah, I'll do it, or no, I won't. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to go over some things that you need to include in your responses, or things that you need to think about when the company does reach out to you and it's something that you want to promote, something that you might believe in, and you kind of want to get something started with them. All right. So number one, you want to create different packages for them, for the companies to have like some options, because they're not really giving you much options. And most companies will reach out to you and say, hey, we'll offer you this. And usually it's something more along the lines of, especially if you're small or medium tier, they usually will just say like, hey, we'll offer you like 10% commission. We'll offer you like either free products to review. And, this is what we want. We want a dedicated video. We want, a couple of reels or whatnot. But usually they will not offer money right away, right? Upfront money. They just try to sell you on the commission and the free product, which is cool. But at the same time, they're using your creative rights from your videos to constantly possibly make more money, and you don't get paid for any of that. It's kind of like royalties, right? So number one, the first video package that I would suggest is going to be project based, right? So you want to think about these things. Let's say, for instance, the company is like Quadlock, right? For example, Quadlock reaches out to you and says, hey, we want you to do, an install of our product. Basically, this is what we want. You can just reach back out and tell them, look, like, hey, I can do this job for you. I could do a dedicated install and a first ride review, anywhere from like 6 to 10 minutes. What I charge for my creative labor fee is going to be like $175, right? This is if you're a small tier. Like $175. And basically this is going to include a 90-day non-paid social usage of my footage. Right. Next, you can offer an integrated 60-second sponsorship or sponsor mention within your motovlogs. Right. You're going to charge like $75 per video or per sponsor mention, with a minimum of maybe for like 90 days. So, let's do like 3 months, for example. And then obviously you want to include an affiliate link where you can get commission, based on what they are offering. If they offer you something already, like 10% or something like that, you can just stick with that. And you want to make sure that you will be able to track it accordingly using like Bitly or some other type of, what do you call it? I don't know. Some other type of source, like Bitly. You want to make sure that your creative labor fee, I mentioned that you want to make sure that your creative labor fee is going to cover your filming, your editing, captioning, thumbnails, copywriting, whatever it is that you need when you're creating motovlogs. You definitely want to include that into your creative labor fee if they ask you. So that's for package number one. Now, the number two package is my preferred package. I would consider it a pitch for a long-term channel sponsorship, right? These are some of the things that you may see like from some of the bigger YouTubers, right? Usually most brands are willing to do long-term channel sponsorships as long as you have like, a bigger following that they see that, okay, definitely, we can stand to benefit. They can stand to benefit from you and your audience. So usually when you're bigger, most companies are more open to longer term sponsorships. I feel like most of these brands have it all wrong. I feel like they are usually looking for how big your audience is, and they really should be looking at your engagement, because you can have a low following count, but your engagement could be crazy. You know what I mean? And so I think that they still have it wrong. I think that they're still living back in like 2012, to 2020 where it's all about the numbers. And that's changing a lot because follower counts really don't matter anymore, especially when people are going out and they're just buying fake followers and stuff like that. So they can trick the brands into getting these sponsorships, and then it doesn't usually work out because they don't have the engagement to follow, right? So number 2, like I said, is going to be a long-term sponsorship pitch, and this is going to be like something like, I'm going to give you an example, something like a 6-month sponsorship, and you're going to charge like, for example, like $400 a month. You know what I mean? Basically what you're going to offer them, what you're going to do is, you can say like, hey, I'm going to give you like a 5 to 10 second logo intro on every single motovlog. I can give you a couple of 30-second mid-rolls or ad reads per month, basically like a script or voiceover. You can do I can do a couple of IG story shout outs per month or IG reels per month. Make sure that you include the affiliate commission with track sales, and then you want to try to do like a 90-day non-paid usage rights for all your content created during that term. And this is going to protect you because you don't want them to continue to use that footage or to use those reels or whatever those ads that you're doing for them. You don't want them to keep being able to use it after your partnership has ended, right? Because that would be like them getting just free promotion after they already paid you, so they can just keep using it. You want to make sure that you include that in your pitch, like, you can't use my videos anymore after our term is up, right? And that would be a breach of contract. But when you're pitching this idea, you just want to make sure that you're going to be letting them know that they're going to be getting like consistent brand presence, through for your viewers throughout like the content that you're producing for them. You want to make sure that you give them pretty much like a locked-in production schedule, and it's you want to pitch it to make it seem like it's going to be better than just a project-based video, like I said with number 1, right? You can offer like a third option, like a hybrid option, where they can pay you, like a lower fee up front, maybe like $100 a video, and then they can pay you, I don't know, like pennies, you know what I mean? Like after like 30 days or whatnot or something like that. Like, for example, you can charge them like, hey, I want 8 cents per view after 30 days, and you want to give them like a cap of like $300 to $400 or something like that. You know what I mean? So they're not just feeling like they got to continuously pay you. But you can cap it, you know what I mean, at a certain amount, like after $300 to $400, the term is up, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Like I said, just be very, very mindful that you want to protect your rights and exclusivity, you know what I mean? Like your content, you know what I mean? Protect your content because you don't want them to continue to be able to use your content after your terms are up. You know what I mean? That's potentially free money for them and no royalties for you, and they can continue to use your likeness. So before you always get started on any job, I'm a business owner, don't ever work for free, right? Always demand that you get like 50% of whatever you're charging, whatever y'all agree to up front. And then you would usually want to do like the rest of the 50 before you actually drop the project. You know what I mean? The affiliate thing doesn't really matter because that's going to be calculated each month at the end of the month if you do have people that are signing up or purchasing the product. But again, you also want to give them like some timelines. Like, for example, I'll do an unboxing or an install like within like so many days, or I'll make the video and give you a draft review. You can schedule your Instagram stories or your reels, like 48 hours or 36 hours or whatever it is, to let them know before you're going to drop a video, kind of thing. Like I said, this is just very important things that even some of the bigger YouTubers, unless you got like a team, like you're like Yami Noob or, these guys that are really, really big, they have a whole team. I mean, you look at like Chase on Two Wheels, he has a whole team around him. So at this point, Adobo Moto, like these guys, they have a team around them. They have managers as far as people and agents that are doing these brand deals for them, so they don't necessarily have to do this stuff by themselves, answer emails and do these things by themselves anymore. They got somebody to kind of take care of that for them, and that's going to have their best interests at heart, right? So If you're smaller, obviously, like myself, in a mid-tier, these are things that you really, really want to explore before you just get an exciting email from a company that is well known and you just decide to say yes. You know what I mean? So protect yourself and get the most out of these companies because they're trying to get the most out of you. Anyways, hopefully it has helped out. Catch you in the next one. Peace.